Hello friends, welcome you all once again in my channel Be Prepared. In this video, we have for you questions of admin and finance section from KVS Vice Principal Exam 2015. Answers are marked strictly as per answer key uploaded by KVS. As we are recording this video in year 2021, so there may be some variation in answers in current scenario. Due to updation of current rules, we request you all to mention such questions in comment section. So before starting our first question, I request you all to subscribe my channel Be Prepared and press the bell icon. So let us start with our first question. An allowance granted to meet personal expenditure necessitated by the special circumstances in which duty is performed is called, options are number 1, subsistence allowance, number 2, risk allowance, number 3, compensatory allowance, and number 4 is none of these. And the correct answer is option 3rd, that is compensatory allowance. Next question is, which of the following is condition for treating training as duty regarding central government servants? Options are number 1, the training or instructions should be in India. Number 2, the training or instructions should be connected with the post which the government servant is holding at the time of placing him on training or instructions. Third option is the period of training should not exceed 1 year, and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, vacancies exceeding fill-up days caused by deputation of central government officers to the approved training programs may be filled in by the ministries in normal manner. Options are number 1, 15, number 2, 20, third option is 30, and the last option is 45. Correct answer is option 4, that is 45 days. Next question is, subsistence grant means a fill-up grant made to a government servant who is not in receipt of pay or leave salaries. Options are number 1, daily, number 2, monthly, third option is half yearly, and the last option is yearly. Correct answer is option 2nd, that is monthly. Next question is, a government servant who has completed the fill-up service including training period as on 1st July will be eligible for increment, and the given options are number 1, 3 months, number 2, 6 months, number 3, 9 months, and the last option is 1 year. And the correct answer is option 2nd, that is 6 months. Next question is, the rate of increment in the revised pay structure with effect from 1st 2006 for central government servant is fill up of the sum of the pay in the pay band and grade pay applicable. And the options are number 1, 2%, second option is 3%, third option is 4%, and the last option is 6%. Correct answer is option 2nd, that is 3%. Next question. For the grant of special increment for undergoing sterilization operation, a male government servant should not be over fill-up years and his wife should be between 20 to 45 years of age. And the options are number 1, 48, number 2, 50, third option is 52, and the fourth option is 55. Correct answer is option 2nd, that is 50. Next question is, a central government officer is eligible for foreign service only after he has completed fill-up years of service. And the options are number 1, 5, second option is 9, third option is 10, and the last option is 12. The correct answer is option 2nd, that is 9 years. Next Next question is, in the case of foreign service to various international organizations and autonomous bodies, trusts and societies, the maximum limit of service for a government servant is fill up years in one stretch and fill up years in entire service respectively. And the options are number 1, 3, 5. Second option is 4 and 6. Third option is 5 and 7. And the last option is 5 and 8. Correct answer is option third, that is 5 and 7. Next question is, a request for change in the date of birth of a government servant may be made within fill up of his entry into government service. Options are number 1, 6 months. Second option is 1 year. Third option is 2 years. And the last option is 5 years. Correct answer is option 4, that is 5 years. Next question is, cases in which the sanction for prosecution is required to be accorded in the name of the President, fill up will advise the ministry or department concerned, and it would be for that ministry or department to consider the advice and to take a decision as to whether or not the prosecution should be sanctioned. Options are number 1, the Ministry of Home Affairs. Second option is the Ministry of Law and Justice. Third option is the Central Vigilance Commission. And the last option is the Department of Personnel and Training. Right answer is option third, that is the Central Vigilance Commission. Next question is, all ministries or departments shall ensure submission of disagreement cases where the competent authority propose to disagree with the advice of the CVC regarding prosecution of a government servant to the DOPT, giving at least fill up time for DOPT to finalize its views and communicate the same to the competent authority. And the options are number 1, 15 days, number 2, 3 weeks, number 3, 1 month, and number 4 is 3 months. Correct answer is option second, that is 3 weeks. Next question is, retired government officers to be appointed as inquiry officers should not be more than fill up years of age as on 1st of July of the year of his or her empanelment. Options are number 1, 65. Second option is 70. Third option is 68. And the last option is 75. Correct answer is option second, that is 70. Next question is, the number of disciplinary cases may be restricted to fill up in a year with not more than 4 cases at a time for retired government servants as inquiry officer. Options are number 1, 10. Second option is 15. Third option is 20. And the last option is 24. Correct answer is option third, that is 20. Next question. As per existing instructions, a government servant who is charged officer in a disciplinary proceedings is allowed fill up days time to submit his written statement in reply to the charge sheet. And the options are number 1, 7. Second option is 10. Third option is 15. And the last option is 30. Correct answer is option second, that is 10. Next question is, if vigilance angle is not involved in a complaint against a government servant, the case should be put up to the disciplinary authority for taking decision to initiate disciplinary action for major or minor penalty against delinquent officer under CCA rules within fill up from the date of receipt of investigation report. And the given options are number 1, 15 days. Second option is 1 month. Third option is 45 days. And the last option is 2 months. Correct answer is 1 month. Next question. After receipt of first stage advice of Central Vigilance Commission, the case should be put up to the disciplinary authority for taking decision to initiate disciplinary action for major or minor penalty against delinquent government servant under CCA rules within fill up from the date of receipt of first stage advice of CVC. Options are number 1, 1 month. Second option is 2 months. Third option is 3 months. And the last option is 6 months. Correct answer is 1 month. Next question is, which one of the following groups of central government employees is exempted from furnishing information in respect of their close relations on first employment? And the options are number 1, group A. Second option is group B. Third option is group C. And the fourth option is none of these. Right answer is option 4, that is none of these. Next question is, a government servant shall be deemed to have been placed under suspension by an order of the appointing authority with effect from the date of his detention if he is detained in custody, whether on a criminal charge or otherwise, for a period exceeding fill-up hours. And the options are number 1, 24. Second option is 48. Third option is 72. And the last option is 96. Correct answer is option 2, that is 48 hours. Next question is, a case of dowry death as defined in section 304 B of Indian Penal Code is registered where the death of a woman is caused by any burns or bodily injury or occurs otherwise than under normal circumstances within fill-up years of her marriage. And the given options are number 1, 5, second option is 7, third option is 9, and the last option is 11. Correct answer is option 2, that is 7. Next question is, members of a family in relation to a government servant include, options are number 1, spouse of the government servant. Second option is son or daughter or stepson or stepdaughter of the government servant who is wholly dependent on him or her. Third option is any other person related, whether by blood or marriage, to the government servant or to his or her spouse who is wholly dependent on him or her. And the last option is all of above. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, the period of training and duty of central government servant as home guards etc. is treated as number 1, leave. Second option is casual leave. Third option is special casual leave. And the last option is compensatory leave. Correct answer is option 3, that is special casual leave. Next question is, which of the following statements is wrong regarding government offices? Options are number 1, oral instruction should not, as far as possible, be issued by senior officers to their subordinates. Second option is, if oral instructions are issued by any senior officer, they should be confirmed by him in writing immediately thereafter. Third option is, a junior officer who has received oral orders from his superior officer should see confirmation in writing as early as practicable. And the last option is none of these. Correct answer is option 4, that is none of these. Next question is, ministries or departments should immediately identify a senior officer at the level of fill-up or equivalent who should be charged with the responsibility of ensuring that the references from committees of Parliament are attended to promptly. Options are number 1, Under Secretary, number 2, Deputy Secretary, number 3, Joint Secretary, and the number 4 is Secretary. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is Joint Secretary. Next question is, each communication received by a government office from the Member of Parliament, a member of the public, a recognized association or a public body will be acknowledged within fill-up days, followed by a reply within the next fill-up days of acknowledgement sent. The options are number 1, 10 and 20. Second option is 15 and 30. Third option is 15 and 15. And the last option is 10 and 30. Correct answer is option 3, that is 15 and 15. Next question is, in case a reference from an ex-member of Parliament is addressed to a minister or secretary, reply may be sent by the concerned divisional head after obtaining approval of the fill-up of ministry or department. The given options are number 1, Secretary. Second option is Joint Secretary. Third option is Deputy Secretary. And the fourth option is Under Secretary. Correct answer is option 1, that is Secretary. Next question is, in the case of government servants, time limit for grant of permission regarding connection with the press or radio, gifts and transaction in movable and immovable property is fill-up, beyond which permission may be assumed to have been granted by the competent authority in the absence of communication to the government servant. And the options are number 1, 15 days. Second option is 30 days. Third option is 45 days. And the last option is 60 days. Correct answer is option 2, that is 30 days. Next question. On occasions when the making of gifts is in conformity with the prevailing religious and social practice, a government servant may accept gifts from his near relatives or from his personal friends having no official dealing with him, but shall make a report to the government if the value of such gift exceeds rupees fill-up in the case of government servant holding any Group A post. Options are number 1, 5,000, number 2, 7,000, number 3, 10,000 and number 4 is 20,000. As there is no correct answer in these options, so there is no right answer, but the correct answer is rupees 25,000. Next question is, which of the following conditions is incorrect regarding special sanction for massage treatment of a government servant? Options are number 1, it may be undertaken on the advice of the authorized medical attendant. Second option is, it should be carried out by a trained masser. Third option is, the progress of such treatment should be reported at stated intervals to the authorized medical attendant. And the last option is none of these. And the correct answer is option 1st, that is, it may be undertaken on the advice of the authorized medical attendant. Next question is, a government servant, being a member of the Indian delegation or otherwise, may receive and retain gifts from foreign dignitaries if the market value of gifts received on one occasion does not exceed rupees fill-up. Options are number 1, 1,000. Second option is 2,000. Third option is 5,000. And fourth option is 10,000. And the correct option is option 1st, that is 1,000. Next question is, No conveyance allowance is admissible unless the average monthly running on duty is more than fill-up kilometers. And the options are 500, second option 250, third option is 200 and the last option is 100. Correct answer is option third, that is 200 kilometers. Next question is, in all cases where government servant drawing conveyance allowance are away from their headquarters on tour, temporary duty, etc., for a period of fill-up days or more, the allowance will not be admissible for such periods of absence. And the options are number 1, 10, second option is 15, third option is 20, and the last option is 30. Correct answer is option second, that is 15 days. Next question is, leave travel concession to visit any place in India is admissible once in a block of 4 calendar years. The first block was fill up and the options are number 1, 1951 to 54, and the second option is 1961 to 64. Third option is 1971 to 74 and the last option is 1974 to 77. Correct answer is option 4, that is 1974 to 1977. Next question is, if both husband and wife are central government servants, then options are number 1, they cannot declare separate hometowns independently. Second option, they can claim LTC for their respective families. Third option, the children can claim the concession as members of family of both the parents in a particular block, and the last option is all these. Correct answer is option second, that is they can claim LTC for their respective families. Next question is, Central Services, that is medical attendance rules 1944 does not apply to number 1, persons in railway service. Second option, defense services personnel. Third option is government servants who are on leave or deputation abroad. Last option is all these. Correct answer is option 4, that is all these. Next question is, no fees should be charged by the medical officers in receipt of fill-up allowance for the professional services rendered to the central government servants and members of their families either before or during or after hospital hours. Options are number 1, non-practising, second option is training, third option is split duty, and the last option is special duty. Correct answer is option first, that is non-practising. Next question is, a central government servant after completing 20 years of qualifying service and seeking retirement has to give a notice of not less than fill-up months to the appointing authority. And the options are number 1, 2, second option is 3, third option is 4, and the last option is 6. Correct answer is option second, that is 3. Next question is, when the place at which a government servant falls ill is more than fill-up miles by the shortest route from the consulting room of the authorized medical attendant, he or she shall be entitled to travelling allowance for the journey to and from such consulting rooms. And the options are number 1, 2, second option is 3, third option is 4, and the last option is 5. Correct answer is option 4, that is 5 miles. Next question is, the rate of service tax has increased to 14% with effect from fill-up. Options are number 1, 1st April 2015. Second option is 1st May 2015. Third option is 1st June 2015. And the last option is 1st July 2015. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 1st June 2015. Next question. In the case of an individual surcharge, fill-up is levied on the amount of income tax if the net income exceeds rupees 1 crore. Options are number 1, 1%, second option is 2%, third option is 10%, and the fourth option is 5%. Correct answer is option 3rd, that is 10%. Thank you so much.